Welcome back to our channel, everyone. Today is a beautiful day to dive deep into the latest Port Charles chaos. We are so thrilled to have you here with us as we unpack the absolute madness that just went down. Grab a snack, settle in, and let's get right to it. The air in the Metro Court was thick enough to cut with a knife, a cinematic collision of past secrets and present danger. Momentum didn't just shift, it shattered into a million pieces on the floor, leaving Carly Spencer staring down an impossible reality that rewrites an entire family legacy and forces her into a corner with no safe way out. Oh my god. I'm screaming. I literally cannot even deal right now. Okay, but listen. You have to listen to me because my jaw is actually on the floor and I haven't picked it up yet. I was sitting on my couch, literally eating my dinner, and I actually choked on a piece of chicken. I had to pause the TV and text my friend immediately because what just happened is the most unhinged, iconic, insane thing I have seen on this show in years. Seriously, I am unwell. I am shaky. The audacity of this episode. Not okay. I'm dead. I am literally hyperventilating over a soap opera, but I don't even care because it was that. Okay, where was I? Right, so Carly Spencer is literally doing what Carly does best, which is aggressively protecting her children like a mama bear who has had way too much espresso. She is at the Metro Court, looking absolutely flawless, by the way. I swear, her wardrobe budget is insane. She had this gorgeous power suit on that just screamed, "I own this town and I will destroy you if you look at my kids wrong." And she is on the hunt. She is stalking through the lobby like a predator. She has been watching this Hudson guy like a hawk for weeks. You know Hudson, the mysterious, relentless, overly confident businessman who showed up out of nowhere a while back. We all thought he was just here to dig up dirt on Ethan Lovett and the whole Delilah Wilson baby Phoebe. Wait, did I already say that? Whatever. Anyway, let me back up because the Ethan stuff is wild too. Hudson came to town and basically scared Ethan so badly that Ethan literally packed his bags and fled Port Charles like a total coward, leaving Ava Jerome to deal with the mess. So, we already knew Hudson was dangerous and relentless. But lately, he's been lurking around Jasper Jack's Enterprises. And worse, he's been bantering with Jocelyn. Jocelyn, he has been so blatantly interfering with JJE and getting way too close to Carly's daughter. And don't even get me started on Jocelyn right now. She needs to get it together, I swear. She's already in way over her head with the WSB, surviving kidnappings on Spoon Island, dealing with the fallout of Ross Cullum, and striking massive deals with. She is literally a walking target, a full-blown spy, and Carly is already stressed to the absolute max about it. Carly tried to manipulate Jax into making Jocelyn the CEO of JJE, just to pull her out of the spy life, which is insane, by the way. But Jocelyn totally rejected it and pushed for Jordan Ashford to take the CEO spot instead. So Carly is already on edge. Her nerves are completely frayed. She's fighting with Sunny. She's hiding flash drives from Valentine. And now she sees this random Australian guy stalking her daughter and poking his nose into Jax's company. I mean, if I were Carly, I would be losing my mind too. She has lost Morgan. She has seen Michael go through absolute hell with the mob and the Quartermains. And now this vicious custody battle with Willow, which is a whole other mess. Honestly, Willow is acting so unhinged lately, so Carly is not going to let some random suit mess with Jocelyn. She has drawn a line in the sand. So Carly marches up to Hudson at the Metro Court. She's got a glass of red wine in her hand, looking like she's ready to throw it in his face, or drink it in one gulp. I couldn't tell. The lighting was so dramatic, very cinematic thriller vibes. The Metro Court is buzzing in the background. People are clinking glasses, completely oblivious to the absolute hurricane of drama that is about to explode by the bar. I'm yelling at my screen, "Get him, Carly! Destroy him! Make him cry!" She corners him and starts demanding answers. She is interrogating him like she's Anna Devane, on a mission. Why are you following Jocelyn? Why are you so obsessed with Jasper Jack's Enterprises? What is your game, Hudson? She is literally breathing fire. You do not mess with Carly Spencer's kids. You just don't. It never ends well for anybody who tries. And Hudson? The absolute audacity of this man. He doesn't even flinch. He doesn't give her some slick, corporate business jargon. He doesn't try to deflect or play games or act intimidated. He just stares right back into her eyes. It was so intense, I literally stopped breathing. He looks at her with this cold, hard, completely unbreakable stare, and you can just tell he is about to drop a nuclear bomb on her entire existence. I was sitting there like, what is he going to say? Is he WSB? Is he working for Jen Sidwell? Is he some secret Cassadine? My brain was going a million miles an hour, trying to figure out what his angle was. He looks at Carly and says, I'm paraphrasing because my brain short-circuited, but he basically says, I'm not just some corporate raider, Carly. I'm Jax's son. Oh my God. I can't breathe. He is Jasper Jax's long-lost son from some old relationship back in Australia. Jax has a secret son. Jocelyn has a half-brother. I was like, are you serious right now? My jaw dropped. And Carly's did too. She literally dropped her wine glass. It shattered all over the pristine Metro Court floor, red wine splashing everywhere like blood, which is so symbolic and dramatic. I swear the director deserves an Emmy for that shot alone. Carly is just standing there, frozen, staring at it. Glass breaking was so loud, it was like the sound of Carly's entire world fracturing into a million tiny, unfixable pieces. She didn't even jump when the glass broke. She was just paralyzed. Carly Spencer, the woman who always has something to say, the woman who literally never stops talking, was completely speechless. I forgot to mention earlier, but Hudson has this slight accent, and suddenly, it all makes sense. The Australian connection. How did we not see this coming? I am actually so mad at myself for not connecting the dots. Jax is this suave Australian billionaire who has been off the canvas sailing the world or whatever, and he has a whole grown adult son out there. Why didn't he ever mention him? Did Jax even know? This changes literally everything. I mean, think about Jax's history. He came to Port Charles decades ago, swept Brenda Barrett off her feet, fought Sonny Corinthos for years, married Carly, had Jocelyn, but his past in Australia was always this mysterious, wealthy, slightly shady background. Jax always acted like he had the moral high ground over Sonny. But look at him now. Secret families. You can physically see the panic setting in behind Carly's eyes. Her brain is working overtime, and honestly, mine is too. If Hudson is Jax's son, that means he has a legitimate biological claim to Jasper Jax Enterprise. No wonder he's been so invested in the company. He isn't just trying to steal it, he thinks it's his birthright. Carly's entire plan to use JJE to protect Jocelyn is completely up in flames now. The company is vulnerable, and Hudson is standing right there ready to take the throne. Jocelyn was supposed to be the heir, or at least the one calling the shots. But now there's this older, ruthless half-brother who clearly knows how to play the corporate. And think about Jordan Ashford. Jocelyn just recommended Jordan to be the CEO of Jasper Jax Enterprise. Jordan is finally getting a win after dealing with Curtis going to Pentonville and all that. But now Hudson is here. Is Hudson going to try to oust Jordan? Is he going to use his bloodline to seize control of the board? Jordan is a former police commissioner. She is tough as nails. But dealing with a secret billionaire heir who has underworld ties, that is a whole different ballgame. I can totally see Hudson and Jordan having these massive, tense boardroom showdowns. Or maybe Jack Brennan will use Hudson's arrival to manipulate JJE even more. The corporate espionage potential is literally off the chart. But it gets so much worse. Carly isn't just worried about a corporate takeover. She realizes that Jocelyn now has a brother she never knew existed, and this guy is dangerous. He's been hunting down Ethan Lovett, he's ruthless, and he clearly operates in the shadows. Carly is terrified because what if Hudson brings Jax's old enemies to Port Charles? We all know Jax wasn't just a clean-cut businessman. He had shady dealings. His brother is Jerry Jax, for crying out loud. Oh wait, before that happened actually, remember when Jerry Jax literally held the Metro Court hostage? I spent time describing the Metro Court earlier and I totally forgot to mention the dark history of that place. Jerry Jax is a literal psychopath, a terrorist who poisoned the water supply and held people at gunpoint in the very hotel Carly now owns. If Hudson is part of that bloodline, if he has that Jax family ruthlessness running through his veins, who knows what kind of psychopaths he is associated with in Australia. I'm getting distracted by the Jerry Jax trauma, but seriously, the Jax family attracts danger like a magnet. And now Hudson has brought that danger right to Carly's doorstep. Carly is standing there in the spilled wine, and she is realizing that Jocelyn's life is in immediate, severe danger. Jocelyn is already playing spy games with the WSB, which is bad enough. But if Australian underworld figures come looking for Hudson, or if Hudson himself is running from something, Jocelyn is going to be caught in the crossfire just by being his sister. Carly's worst nightmare is losing another child. After losing Morgan, she is fiercely, violently protective of Jocelyn and Michael. And now this threat is walking around with Jax's DNA, claiming a piece of their lives. It's so dramatic. And honestly, you have to feel a little bad for Carly. I know she brings a lot of drama on herself, but she is at her absolute breaking point right now. She is currently hiding a flash drive from Brick that has scandalous dirt on Valentine. She's trying to navigate her romance with him, while Sonny is completely out of the mob but still hovering around her life. And Michael is in this vicious, unhinged custody war with Willow. Carly's plate is full, She does not have the emotional bandwidth to deal with Jax's secret Australian son. When she dropped that wine glass, it wasn't just shock about Hudson. It was the physical manifestation of Carly Spencer finally snapping under the pressure of keeping her entire family from imploding. I haven't even thought about how Michael is going to react to this. Michael is Jocelyn's brother, and he is fiercely protective of her too. He is currently acting like a ruthless corporate raider over at Deception, buying up Maxie's shares and fighting Serena Baldwin and Lucy. If Michael finds out that some random guy is trying to claim half of Jax's empire and threatening Jocelyn, Michael will absolutely go to war. Michael has that Corinthos ruthlessness in him, even if he tries to hide it in a suit. Imagine Michael and Hudson going head to head. Two billionaire heirs, one raised by Sonny, one raised in the Australian shadows. That would be iconic television. I am so here for it. Honestly, why would Jax do that? Why would he keep this a secret? Or if he didn't know, how could he be so careless? I am getting mad at a fictional character who isn't even on screen right now like he's a real person, who personally offended me. Jax needs to get it together. I swear. He leaves Port Charles, leaves his daughter behind, and now his secret Australian offspring is here terrorizing everyone. Typical Jax behavior, honestly. Always leaving a mess for Carly to clean up. He gets to go sail around the world while Carly has to deal with his secret adult son who might be a criminal. The audacity. I'm calling it now, this is going to end badly. Mark my words. Carly is going to have to go to Sonny or Jason for help. Jason just got back. He's dealing with his WSB trauma. He left the mob to focus on Danny, but there is no way he lets Carly and Jocelyn deal with a dangerous Australian threat alone. And Sonny? Sonny hates Jack. He has always hated Jack. If he finds out Jack's secret kid is putting Jocelyn in danger, Sonny will literally go to war. The mob versus the Australian underworld. It's going to be absolute carnage. I can already see Sonny calling Brick to run a full background check on Hudson and finding out he's tied to some massive Australian crimes. Okay, where was I? Right, so the scene ends with Carly just staring at him, the shattered glass at her feet, the realization washing over her that her daughter's life will never be the same. Hudson just gives her this knowing, almost sympathetic, but completely ruthless look and walks away. He literally just turns and walks away, leaving her in a puddle of expensive wine and existential dread. I literally had to pause the show and just stare at the wall for 5 minutes. This show is trying to kill me with stress, I swear. We are in for the most insane ride. Wait, did I already say that? Whatever. Anyway, I just can't stop thinking about how Jocelyn is going to react. She has always idolized her dad. Jax was the good guy compared to Sonny, the safe parent, the billionaire who could do no wrong. Finding out he has a secret son he either abandoned or hid is going to shatter her image. And Jocelyn is so stubborn, she's probably going to try to investigate Hudson herself using her WSB connections, which is only going to put her in more danger. Carly is going to lose her mind trying to keep Jocelyn away from her. It's a total disaster. I am so invested. I need the next episode right now. Will Carly and Jocelyn survive the dangerous enemies Hudson is dragging to Port Charles? Drop your wildest theories in the comments below and hit subscribe for more GH updates.